What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first official episode of the BrewCity Beats podcast. I'm your host, Kel. I'm with my co-host, CJ.
Ski yee.
And today we got a special episode with a special guest.
We got my boy Malik, aka 99theProducer here. Let's clap it up for him right now.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we go way back, but I'm gonna just give a little bit of Malik's background a little bit. He can say more, but he's a cellist, producer, songwriter, worked with really big artists all the way from John Legend to Kirk Franklin, done some NPR concerts. You can just tell us a little more about you.
Yeah. So my name is 99theProducer. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So proud to be from Milwaukee. But yeah, I'm just a cellist producer, trying to just elevate the sound of like classical music and string music and just really, trying to put my stamp on like a new sound. So yeah.
So we really appreciate you coming in with us.
Absolutely.
We're going to dive right into it, bro. So we got two segments that we teased last week or last episode. Who's on Knox and BCB threes. You can go ahead and explain BCB threes.
All right, so what BCB threes is, if you're a new watcher, a new listener, it's BrewCity Beats threes. It's a little catchy. BCB threes. And basically what we do is we ask three questions regarding music, so like rap or R&B in general, and then all us around here are going to answer. Okay. So since you're a producer, I got a producer-wise today.
All right.
So give me your top three producers in the game right now. When I say top, it really just means like your favorite or who you perceive as top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
all right, for sure. Let's see. Honestly, my favorite art, number one, maybe not in numerical order, but
of course,
I'm gonna go Cardo. His beats is insane. Just slap every time. Cardo, I got. It's a lot.
It's weird we put you on the spot.
I know. Just for the I love what he's doing with like just embracing new sounds and stuff. Benny X, fire. And then I'm gonna go my homie Sheila's son, also Milwaukee native. His name's Brian. Okay. But Sheila's son is probably one of the most fire producers ever. So
that's dope.
Yeah, those are my top three favorites.
Is there any reason why those three? I know you said it a little bit before, but is it just like the style of the beats, or you want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's the style. It's really the textures. Like what really makes something stand out is the colors, the just all the little kind of tiny stuff that you wouldn't maybe like perceive just if you just listen to it one time. It's like stuff you gotta like really sit with and analyze. So I appreciate all of those guys for their sound selection, their how they format their beats. Like it's always something new come in. It might be a switch up or anything like that. So that's what I really appreciate about their beat making.
That's dope.
All right, Kel, what about you? Yo, three.
We gotta. Oh, you want me to do it too?
Yeah.
Okay. Off in the game right now. Metro.
Oh yeah, Metro for sure.
I know nobody else gonna show him love, so I got to. My boy 40.
40. Oh yeah, 40.
My boy 40.
Yeah, 40 for sure.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be all mainstream. Probably ATL Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So when I asked the questions like to myself, I was thinking Metro, obviously, because I feel like up until we don't trust you and we still don't trust you, people is kind of like downgrading them. You know how today's media is on the internet. Like somebody don't come out with something right away, or like, oh, he fell off. Yeah. But like Metro, Conductor. I really like
Conductor. I follow his YouTube channel. He's so fire.
Because the reason I like Conductor is like, I'm trying to explain this correctly. It's like, how typically most beats in like rap and R&B, they use like percussion instruments, like drum and stuff. But I feel like Conductor uses more like string instruments or like woodwind instruments sometimes. Like that's why I really rock with your stuff too, because that's my favorite type of beat in general with rap, where it's not like a traditional rap beat where it's like over a piano or a string instrument like a violin or a cello. And then third, I'm gonna say this, and it might just be for a reaction, because I know y'all gonna be like, really, but like DJ Khaled, like everybody clown DJ Khaled, he goofy, but if you sit and you listen to the beats that he's made, like over the years, like DJ Khaled got like some generational bangers. But like and then like honorable mention Alchemist.
So is this for like right now, or is this just like what time period you talking about?
I mean, I didn't even think that far when I asked the question.
Right
so
now,
probably right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. Metro definitely. I forgot about Metro. I'm really trying to refrain from BBL. I thought y'all was gonna have one on the little thing.
Ain't no here yet, bro.
But that's what's up, man. Shout out Metro, man.
Yeah. That was dope though. So we got another segment. It's called Who's on Knox.
Okay.
So what this is, I'm gonna give you 3 different scenarios, right?
All right. Let's get it.
And within those situations, you're gonna tell me what's gonna be on Knox or who's gonna be on Knox.
Okay.
So the first one, I asked it to him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You pulling up on the shorty, right?
All right.
It's first link,
All right.
7:30. She like come through. You trying to do something. Go to the movies or whatever.
Yeah.
You got the windows down, feeling good. She coming out the house. What you got playing?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I
What you got
said. The way he painted the picture
What you
too.
got playing? And I mind you, y'all been talking for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You know, getting closer.
Yeah.
FaceTime every night, and she like, pull up on me. Let's do something.
Yeah.
What you got playing?
Okay. I might have some either Janae. I like Janae Aiko.
Okay.
You know, some I don't know. I like the album Trip. So she got a lot of bangers on there. Sativa with Sway Lee.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
all kind of. So that's an album. I also was thinking Smino. I love Smino because Smino just so cool and suave. So maybe some little Smino, but you know.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. Or if I'm really in a tea, you know, mood, you know, maybe some Baby Keem, just a little, you know, a little, just a little, you know. But that's it. That's I would go with those.
So that's
but
your vibe right there?
Janae really first. She gonna set the vibe. Right?
Okay,
So,
I feel that.
yeah.
Next one. So you in the headspace where you need motivation.
Okay.
It could be songwriting, or you need some motivation for some producing.
Mm-hmm.
What you finna put on?
I'm about to go on YouTube and watch Ryan Leslie cook up videos.
Okay.
Ryan Leslie is this like producer. He was really popular back in the day. He wrote a lot of stuff for Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, I remember when I was like young, he would be in there with tux. He would have a whole tuxedo on and everything, just be in the studio. He's like, I want a disco ball in there. And they would go get him a disco ball. And he would just like go crazy in there. So maybe a little Ryan Leslie. But if I'm really trying to tee up for real, jeez, I might have to go Kendrick. Honestly,
Kendrick?
I just been in the Kendrick mood lately.
So is
Watch
this
out, Kel got that OVO hoodie on. Watch out. Watch out.
Who's lucky I ain't got nothing on here?
Oh,
No. Okay, so when you say Kendrick,
Yeah.
is that for both producing and songwriting, or like
I
something
would-
specific?
I would say both. Yeah, like I enjoy his beat selection and his songwriting. So
Can you give us like an example of a song you would put on?
yeah, I would put on. I've been maybe from Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay.
I would go either Money Trees, Don't Kill My Vibe, The Recipe.
Okay.
Not The Recipe. What am I thinking? With you.
I feel you.
Yeah. But yeah, one of those. Yeah.
Just off track question.
Yeah.
You think that's his best album?
Let me think.
Somewhere like that too. Yeah.
I really like Damn. Damn's fire.
Okay. Facts.
So it's a tie between Damn and Good Kid, Mad City. But
Okay.
let me just say, shout out to my dad. I was listening to Section 80 when I was like in the 3rd grade.
Yeah. For sure.
I was listening to J. Cole, The Warm Up, like way back, like
Okay.
before anybody probably did.
Real rap head.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me?
But honestly, side note, one of my favorite producers of all time is probably Jay Dilla. He just got the smoothest beats. So I get like most of my taste from just like listening to like old jazz samples and hip hop, samples of jazz classics and stuff like that. So a lot of Dilla kind of flavor stuff.
That's dope. All right, last one. It's just simple stuff.
Okay.
So, been having a hard day.
Okay.
You just go home and you want to chill, wind down, get in the right headspace.
Yeah.
What you putting on?
Ooh. It's so funny because I listen to a lot of R&B music. So that is so many people I might choose. Probably either maybe Frank. Frank's fire. He's just
Or
dope.
tornado flew around my room before you came.
Right. No, Frank. What else? SZA. I love SZA. I can't lie. I do a lot of covers. YouTube on my like social media. Like I be doing
Shout out.
covers and stuff. So SZA is probably one of my favorite people to cover, just because you know I love SZA. You know,
you like her most recent album more? Or you like Control more?
Oh, Control. Yeah,
I feel like that's a consensus. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
What about Blonde and Channel Orange?
Ooh, that's hard. My first instinct wants to say Channel Orange, but Blonde is heat.
Yeah,
like Blonde is crazy. So I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one for sure.
I'm glad that you brought up the R&B aspect, because I wanted to talk about how we're primarily a rap podcast, but I feel like rap and R&B blend.
Yeah,
because you know R&B stands for rhythm and blues, and rap stands for rhythm and poetry. So it's just like really the only difference is what the artists are talking about or what the song itself sounds like. So I just wanted y'all thoughts on that. Like, do you think rap and R&B are one, or do you think they're separate? Because I got another segue into that too. But
yeah, I think they're trying to make it separate now, but I think it is one, because I think even at the Grammys there's like a new category, like melodic rap, that they're trying to, you know, push forward. But I feel like it's all kind of, you know, just, you know, we're all, you know, singing, rapping from the heart, you know, basically all these rappers. It's the Drake effect, honestly. And you know,
singing, you like that, Kale?
Singing and rapping at the same time, you know, all that. So yeah,
facts for sure.
What you think?
I mean, I agree with everything he said. I mean, R&B, rap. Well, let me ask you something. Why do they say hip hop / rap and then R&B separately?
I feel like it's because of the rap that we have now. It's like it's a lot more trap rap or drill rap, and that kind of takes away from the R&B aspect of it. But if you go back to like the traditional rap and hip hop, like what our parents grew up listening to, or we were listening to like the early 2000s, it's more blended. But like you like separate it when like, you know, like you can't really call King Von R&B, like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I felt like there's so many things, because what else I wanted to say was, I don't know if y'all tapped into my guy Shabuzi. He like he's like a country artist, but he's black, and he started off, it was like hip hop and rap, but it still had like a little bit of a country vibe. I first saw him on Twitter about maybe like 6 months ago.
He was a dude who had like the viral TikTok song.
And he was on a song with Beyonce too, on Beyonce's country album. He's on a song Spaghetti. And I'm not even a big country guy. Like, I listen to a lot of music, but I've been listening to his album a lot. And to me, he blends like that whole rap, R&B, and country. Like the first song on the album, y'all should check it out. It's called Horses and Hellcats. And he be out here talking about he riding horses like people drive Hellcats. I'm sure I'm like, ooh, but it's like it's got like the country vibe, but it's got like that soul that rap and R&B has. So like I feel like we're kind of shifting into like what am I looking for? It's like a type of music where it's like our time. It's like almost like how basketball is positionless. Like I feel like music is evolving in the genre.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that I kind of use that perspective with my music too, because I'm like a classically trained cellist, but I also do a lot of hip hop songs, and I do a lot of R&B songs and gospel songs. So I'm using like this old instrument, you know, from hundreds and hundreds of years ago to really intersect with, you know, the culture today. So I think, you know, just, you know, 2024, we're kind of tapping into all kind of stuff and bringing it together as one. So
for sure,
yeah,
I respect that. Let me ask you. So when it comes to artists like Gunna or A Boogie, what do you classify their genre as?
You know, I would have had to think about that for a long time until he just brought up the melodic rap. Because I feel like too, like when I first started listening to A Boogie, it was like before he really took off. Like we all was probably like juniors in high school, and it's like when he dropped like that first mixtape with like my shit on it, like, you know, and everything. And I was describing him to people who didn't listen to him. I was like, he's like a trap Drake. What you mean? I was like, he's singing and rapping, but it's about different stuff. But I feel like, to me, he almost went for a little bit. A Boogie almost went pop, because I wanted to see what y'all think about this too. When certain artists, they start off, they build like a fan base or whatever, then they make like 1 or 2 songs that go completely mainstream, and they like branch off and try to like replicate that sound to represent the fans that got them all that. But yeah, like his most recent album, A Boogie's most recent album, Better Off Alone, it was more like classic A Boogie roots to me. So I feel like almost A Boogie to me was kind of shifting towards pop. Like it was more like it was a lot more singing than singing and rapping, but it wasn't R&B per se.
Go ahead. No, my fault. I was about to say that's what labels probably look for. You know, once they get a song that sounds, you know, poppy and stuff, and it takes off, they just want to replicate it. So I feel like that happens with a lot of artists. I remember even Coyle Ray was saying on her live, she was like, I want to tap into all kind of styles of music, and I don't want to just be boxed in. But my label, you know, they know I can do pop records really well, and that's what they really want. But, you know, I'm leaning toward, you know, a different sound. So I think it might be just like an industry, you know, thing. Like, you know, people from these labels want, you know, trying to make that bread. So, you know, let's get this song on as many, you know, radio stations and in the ears of as many, you know, kids and whoever is possible. So
sure.
It's probably, I don't know, that's what I think it probably is. You know?
I want to go back to Better Off Alone. So you mentioned that you feel like he went back to his old style. As a project as a whole, how you feel about it?
I like it. Like, it's really like, because I think from when A Boogie first came out, when I first quote unquote found A Boogie, like obviously I ain't discover him, but like when I first listened to him myself, it's almost just like that old sound, because it's the first album or project he had was Artists. Then he had a couple EPs, like he had that Not a Regular Person EP and TBA, the Bigger Artist, and like I feel like it was either after like the Bigger Artist, he kind of went towards that pop one. I think it's called Hoodie Season. That one, that's the one where like you was hearing it everywhere all summer. He had the song with Tyga, the one with 6ix9ine, like all that stuff was just out there. And then I feel like after that, it was more like, I don't want to disrespect R&B because I love R&B, but it wasn't the R&B that I want to listen to. You know, it was more like it was geared towards a certain fan base that wasn't us. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I really like the sound. Like, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it, but like I'd probably rate it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it was.
I'd agree with that. How you feel about one, the features, and two, like the samples and interpolations he had on there?
Yeah, I like the features. I think sometimes certain artists might quote unquote misuse a feature, like the Future feature on there. To me, it felt like that was something he could have gave to Gunna or Roddy. Like, it wasn't like, but it was still like, I liked it. Like, it was just, you know, like I feel like he's tapping back into that original Boogie sound.
Yeah.
So,
is there anything you've been listening to recently?
Man, I've been trying to just listen to instrumentals and just flush out, you know, just stuff that I listen to a lot of music. So just been taking a break, trying to just be quiet and listen to, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Cause I feel like sometimes, especially as a musician, like music is always what I'm doing every time. So sometimes I just need to take a step back. But I have been listening to a lot of Janae just because me and my girl, we're gonna go see her next week in Chicago. So excited about that. So that's about it. And her stuff's pretty calm. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask y'all too, because I remember 99 brought up radio. I was gonna ask y'all, like, radio versus aux. Like, how often do y'all actually listen to the radio anymore?
Zero. I don't listen to the radio.
It's only on certain occasions, like if I'm going to work in the morning, Breakfast Club in the morning. I probably forgot my charger in the house or something. Regardless of that, always on aux.
Yeah.
Never the radio.
Yeah, I feel like too the radio itself is, I want to say, it's dying out, but even like sometimes like I'll be listening to the radio and I won't be the one driving, I'll be with somebody else. And you'll literally hear like it's like the same 6 songs on the radio.
Absolutely.
And like I feel like it was like that when we were growing up, but it was different. It was more, there was more of a rotation, there was more content. But now like they be playing songs that's old too. Like I was in the car probably for 20 minutes. I heard Water 3 times. Like that's the jam, you know. But I'm like, dang, y'all gonna play this 3 times? Like
right. Yeah, that's crazy.
So I know Boogie released last month. I think Gunna did too. How you feel about that album?
I like Gunna like a lot. Like, I know after everything that happened with the YSL, everything, there's people who be trying to say this and that about Gunna, but it's like, we're fans, bro. We're listening to music. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Exactly.
Like, if he put out good music, he put out good music. And the numbers clearly show that people are listening. But I like it. Like, I saw some people trying to say like it was his best stuff. I don't think so. Yeah. But I got kind of a slight hot take. I feel like Gunna might have like, not the best, but like currently like one of the best like discographies like in today's rap, because I just feel like, you know, everybody be like, he don't miss. Gunna is one of them people, like he real life, like he got a song for every mood. He got a turn up song, he got a chill vibe, got a lovey-dovey R&B vibe, like he don't miss.
Who would you consider all in that like group when you talk about today's rap?
Today's rap, just like
just new artists or like people who
I mean probably within like, we can go from like 2010 to like current. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I would really put Gunna's discography up there with like starting with like Drip Harder, the Drip Harder 2, to the collab tape with Baby, to just last summer, A Gift and a Curse. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just because he one of them people, like, you know how certain rappers, they have like one sound and they stick to that sound and eventually it like falls off. Gunna kind of is like that more than not, you know what I mean? But it's consistently good. You'll get it. Like, it's not like, no disrespect, it's not someone like a DaBaby where like we all was messing with DaBaby sound. Then after a while, everybody was like, man, let's go. you got the same type of, you know, like, I just feel like he is consistent. It's just like again, like a basketball analogy. He's somebody like, yeah, we'll throw him in our lineup. He'll give you 20 points. Yeah. No matter what team, just throw him in there.
Right.
So,
No, I love Gunna. Even in my college days, man, I had to. It was the one with when he's underwater, the cover.
With the umbrella.
Yeah. Whatever. I think Yao Ming's on that song.
Yes.
That's like one of my themes on, bro. Like, just get you ready, man. So shout out Gunna, bro.
Facts. Well, I want to go back to what you said. Question for both of y'all. How do you feel about artists who like release music back to back to back to back?
What are we defining as back to back to back? Because he could probably answer this better than me. You're talking about somebody like a Drake who, for a certain period of time, he released like once a year, or he'll take like a year or two off and release. You're talking about somebody like an NBA YoungBoy, like
somebody like an NBA YoungBoy, like a Future, like a people like that, like who just release music.
I feel like it's different if you think like, to me, because like I like NBA YoungBoy, but sometimes like I feel like you might know this better than I do, but I feel like when you release so much music like that, it's not enough time to let people sit with the music, because you know, music, at least to me, music is better over time. Like, that's why we have classics. Like, you know, you can sit, but like I listen to a lot of YoungBoy, not as much as I used to, but like I'll be listening to like an album and then another album would drop and I haven't fully digested the first album. Then you got another one after that. Then you got 6 singles. It's like, how am I supposed to really, you know, vibe with this music or understand it when you just keep releasing and keep releasing?
Yeah, so I see both sides of it. I would agree. I'm the type of person who, you know, wants to digest the music and, you know, like really sit with it and, you know, reflect on it and listen back to find new things about it, you know, before, you know, I get a whole nother project with a whole bunch of other stuff. At that point, it could possibly start to get a little watered down. But I'm always, as long as it's quality over quantity. So that's what I would say. But I remember LaRussell, he's a rapper. He was just like, you know what, I'm recording stuff and I'm letting it fly because, you know, those are ideas you're putting out to the world, and, you know, you never know who might hear it and who might be inspired by it. So I see it from that perspective too, but it takes a lot of work to, you know, just constantly put out content and recording that stuff. So whoever does it, I mean, big ups to them. You know, that's a great, you know, if it's good, if it's quality and, you know, you keep putting out, then that's W. But I personally like to, you know, take some time in between and, you know, let it sit.
Yeah, I was going to say, as like an artist and a producer, what would you say, like, how often do you think you should drop music?
Yeah, I would say, I don't know, whenever your heart feels like it. So for me, I would probably, and it also depends if you want to do an album, if you want to do an EP, if you want to do singles. So in this climate, I would, you know, probably just do an EP or singles. And then when I have the attention that I'm trying to, you know, garner, then I would probably do an album. So I guess it just depends. I would ideally, so I already dropped the EP this year. It's called Her Symphony.
Straight gas. Y'all should check it out.
Appreciate it. I would love to drop more music this year. So maybe a couple EPs, you know, a few singles, something like that would be really good for me this year. So that's what I would say for me or any other artist. So
I got a follow-up question to that. You as an artist, like, how do you know what song should specifically be a single? Like, how do you know, like, oh, that should be the one, that's gonna be the one?
Yeah, well, I you know, I reach out to other people who I respect, you know, like my guy Brian, Sheila's son. You know, me and him worked on the project together. So me, you know, we're kind of threw ideas back at each other, you know, just to see which one, you know, we felt was, you know, the best, or, you know, which one we want to promote more. But I don't know, it's just a feeling you get. So like one song, my favorite song is Match. So I I don't know, it's just a feeling, you know, like you play it for your mom. She's like, "Oh, this you, son." Like,
You could be my match.
hey, right. For real, for real.
Yeah.
I still want to do some more content with that that whole concept, but it's like a Valentine. I dropped it on Valentine's Day, so every year I can, you know, do something cool. But yeah, we got some stuff working. So
That's dope.
So what would like I see on like Apple Music and Spotify, they classify you as like R&B. Would you classify yourself as an R&B artist, or is it just like how we were talking about before, like that genreless aspect?
Yeah.
Like,
I would say personally, I would say the thing I do is genreless, but I do like sing and stuff on there, and a lot of my stuff is written, you know, with R&B and like kind of melodic, you know, inflections and stuff. So I have no problem with being labeled as an R&B artist. But yeah, I just like making music and singing with auto-tune and stuff and just making vibes. So yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's just one thing in today's climate too. Like we always want to put a label or a title or something. It's like just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
Like let the artist or let the person describe what it is. Just put it out there in the world and see where it goes.
Exactly.
I want to pause right here. We're gonna come back to this, but I want to go back. How old are you?
25.
25 is crazy. We on 25, bro. Time is going.
Wait,
by.
how old are you?
We both.
We all-
25.
okay, I was about
yeah,
to-
we all
But I'm just
25.
saying, like, it's just crazy because it's like time just going.
Yeah, it's not stopping, bro. Like it's crazy.
But tell us the backstory on like how you got introduced to music, like
Yeah.
what's been your influence and all that.
Yeah, so I started playing music in the 3rd grade with an after school program. They basically allowed me to learn how to play the cello. Through that program, I was able to meet my private teacher, Ravenna Helson. Shout out Miss Ravenna. She was really like a second mom to me, and she really showed me how to be musically expressive and how to communicate with my audience. So that's something I'll forever be grateful for.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out Miss Ravenna. Went to high school, went to Pius. I played in the orchestra there. So and during all this time, I'm also producing. I'm also producing music like on my laptop. So like I'm learning how to play the cello. Then I'm going home on GarageBand and trying to make beats with like string instruments and stuff. And I remember I'd be showing my dad these beats, and I don't know why in hindsight, like them beats was trash, but
Man, it's probably better than anything we could have done.
nah, but he was like, "Yeah, son, just go crazy." And I'm listening to these beats like a long time ago. I'm like, "This is trash." Like, so, but no, it's all good. But yeah, so I was starting to do cello around like 5th, 6th grade. Then like when I got through high school, I didn't start making my own music till senior year in high school. I made this song on SoundCloud called "Used To," and like people really liked that song. I was like, "Oh wow, I loved like seeing people's reaction to my music." So like this kind of want to make me want to make more music. So that's what I did. I went to DePaul to study cello performance. So I graduated with a degree in classical music. So yeah, I just kind of kept going, kept progressing in the cello. I met a lot of people during college in Chicago that like really made a huge impact on my career. Matt Jones Orchestra, just allowing me to do the cool stuff with John Legend and Kirk Franklin and all that kind of stuff was through that orchestra.
That was a quick flex.
Oh no!
He had John Legend. Kirk
No,
Franklin.
it's crazy because okay, subtle.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
No, for real though. But yeah, I was literally 19, hanging out with Kirk Franklin in the studio. Like, it's kind of wild to think about. So, definitely blessed. But yeah, it's been a journey, man. I always say the journey is more important than the destination. So I try not to like get caught up on, just the Grammys and he played with this person, he know whatever, like, just trying to stay on my own path, just me versus me kind of, outlook on life. So
that's dope.
Yeah. I know that you said like you're really not trying to focus on the Grammys or he played with this person, but to us, like people who go to concerts or listen to these artists that you're with, like to us, that's like, oh, he made it. Like, obviously I know you have bigger goals and you have more that you're going to achieve, but based on all those people you've worked with or all those projects you've worked on, like what was just your favorite part about being in those type of rooms? Like, was it,
Yeah, I would say my favorite part of being in those rooms was just being around the people, that I was with. Like I was around some really great people and some really great musicians who I still look at as my family today. So that was a really great part. And also just seeing how, you know, we can start something and then, you know, months later, might take months or whatever, it could take years, honestly. You know, sometimes in the music industry, it gets like that. But to finally see it come to fruition is really dope. Like to see, oh, wow, like I remember we recorded these strings in this, you know, studio, and now I can listen to it on Spotify and see my, you know, name in the credit or whatever. So that's really fulfilling for me. So
That's dope.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I told my granny that when I saw that you won a Grammy with Kirk Franklin, I was like, my boy won a Grammy with Kirk Franklin. She was like, Kirk Franklin? I was like, yes, Kirk Franklin, Revolution Kirk Franklin. Yeah. Like, no, like, yeah, no, we proud of you. You big here in the city, man. Like, you always got love here.
Appreciate it, man. That's I'm trying to show Milwaukee the same love. Pretty soon my company, I have a company called Torre Strings. It's just basically a music entertainment service where people can reach out to me and I can come to, you know, play at your, you know, venue or whatever. But we're also going to have some like free concerts for the community and stuff. So we're definitely working on some things to, you know, have a good time in Milwaukee and sharing music. So
that's dope. Now, can you like guide us through like the process of you producing? So like from the time you get an idea to the finished product, like what goes on through that process?
Yeah. So I would say about 90% of anything I produce, I'm putting my cello on. So 9 times out of 10, I'm starting, like, I don't even have to have something in my head, like a melody. I'll just, you know, pick up my cello and I'll just start like playing random notes. And then I'll get my first layer in and then I'll just keep building from that layer. And then it turns into something like, it's like literally drawing a picture. Like every time I record, it's like, all right, done. All right, now listen to that. And I would do something over that, and then I do something over that, and then as I like keep going, it turns into like literally like a symphony. So I'm just stacking myself, all kind of, you know, stuff. And then recently now, I kind of turned into a sample maker. A sample maker is just someone who just like literally makes the sample, and then they'll send that sample or audio without any drums to a producer who will put drums on it. So that's how a lot, honestly, of, you know, industry work goes, is like these people will just make the melodies or the sample and then send it out to people to put like some hard drums on. So that's what I've been doing lately. Like me and my guy Brian, I would say I would mainly do the melodies, and he would be in charge of like the bass and drums. So it's really dope to see, you know, how it all can, you know, come together.
Okay.
I just got a question for you too, because you know I know you for a minute. So like, when did you realize like you were it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just like, because like growing up, I remember you would tell me, you would be like, oh, I got this concert, I got this. I'd be like, oh yeah, my boy cold. But like for me, I realized you was cold when I remember you told me you was going to DC, and you know you didn't tell me what you was going to DC for. Now I look on Instagram and this dude was shaking hands with Michelle Obama.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
He came back. I said, bro, what? He's like, I told you I had a gig in DC. But I'm like, you ain't told me that. Like, so yeah, like when did you realize, like, you know, I'm him?
Man, I always knew, man. Shout out my dad. My dad, I appreciate.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
No, I really appreciate my dad specifically because he always puts that motor in my back, like to like, you know, where that content at, son. Like, let's like, where's the music at? Like, where's the hip hop? He be sending me texts like, where's the hip hop? Like, because I be sending him stuff. So, but yeah, no, like I said, I was in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade making beats with the cello, and I was like, man, ain't nobody in the world doing this. I'm making like hard beats with trap drums, and I'm playing my little cello on there, bro. Can't nobody do what I'm doing. So, that's I would just say that, and yeah, even today, like I feel like, so what I do specifically is a very, very specific niche. Like with the whole, you know, playing a string instrument and bringing this other genre into it. A lot of people say it's like, oh, it's like Bridgerton, like, you know, the stuff we're doing. So, I really see that people love like the kind of content I'm, you know, making right now, and you know, the type of music that I'm performing with other musicians. So, yeah, it's just, you know, just seeing all the feedback over the years really kind of gives me the confidence to, you know, just keep going and just keep doing my own thing. So
that's dope. Now I know you mentioned your pops, Brian, your teacher. Do you have any like other inspirations like when it comes to music? It could be like artists you like or anybody else in your life.
Yeah, I would say my dad's probably one of the biggest ones. I kind of name drop most of them, but obviously got to thank the Creator, God, for just blessing me with the talent.
God did.
Absolutely.
I think we got something with that. That's the closest we gonna get.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
That was funny. But yeah, man, honestly, okay, so I feel like there's two parts of me. There's the cello side, and then there's the producer side. In the cello classical world, there's like a whole bunch of stuff like that doesn't really get talked about too much in like the modern culture, just like with types of composers and the types of ensembles that you can create with different instruments and stuff. So what really inspires me on the like cello musical side of my life is some of the musicians that I know personally. So Jessie Montgomery is she's one of the coolest people on earth. She was my camp counselor when I was at a string camp called Sphinx, like when I was in 8th grade. But it was basically a camp for all Black and Latino string players.
That's dope.
And it was only for 32 kids around the U.S. So I went there.
That's another flex right there.
Yeah,
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
But yeah, so it was like real small. But that was the first time I saw like Black teachers, Black professional musicians, like all on one stage playing their violins and cellos and going crazy. And they were playing music that I never heard before. And it wasn't just like your typical Bach, da, 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 da. It was like intricate. It was like they were giving like all kind of like it was just so it was like syncopate. It was like just all it was just perfect. I don't know how to explain it, but if you guys ever have the time, check out this song called Strum by Jessie Montgomery.
Strum.
Yeah, Strum. And it's for string quartet. So 2 violins, a viola, and a cello. And it's probably one of the most coolest pieces you'll ever hear. It's just like you feel like you're walking in like on some stars or something. I don't know, just in the sky. It's fire. But yeah, so that's another big inspiration. The composers that I know in real life. Caitlin Edwards. She's a violinist, one of my good friends, just amazing performer. Yeah. So yeah, I would just say those are a few people who kind of inspire me too.
That's dope.
I just added Strum to my library
As
we speak, because it's gonna sound like y'all gonna be like, oh, he capping, he doing this, but I actually listen to classical music like here and there. Like it's just like I listen to music when I do everything, like from the time I wake up, from the time I go to bed, And I realized when I was doing homework, it was easier for me to focus, like listening to classical. Like obviously you would know more composers than I would, but I would just have like just a classic like Beethoven or Mozart, and I just literally like I have like the full symphony. Some of them songs in reality they're like 10, 15 minutes. So I'll just be sitting there doing homework because like if I'm listening to a rap song or R&B song, I'll be doing my homework, but I'll start singing. I'll start, moving around. But if I just have like the instruments, like it's just like to me, it's like background, white noise. Like I'm one of those people where I work better with noise. Like pure silence, I don't really like pure silence. Like, I go to sleep with noise. Like I'll throw on an album. Like typically when it's like night, I'll throw on like some slow music, just like some R&B or just like slow rap, stuff like that. It's like I just like noise. So yeah, I know a little bit of the composers, but
man, it's a whole different world, man. I'm trying to like it's really cool now because now it's a lot of Black and brown like composers and musicians that are really emerging in the scene. So I love to see it. And actually, Jessie, this is her last year of being the composer in residence at the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. So the CSO is probably one of the top orchestras in the country. So she's able to write pieces for them like for 3 years now. I think this is her third and last year of her residency, but she's a really big deal. She won a Grammy. She literally won a whole Grammy. But yeah, so she's
Don't act like you ain't got one.
You want a whole Grammy?
No.
Oh, you mad?
You want a whole
Grammy?
She's fire. She actually has like a gold thing. I only have my Grammys are like certificates. Because I don't.
Hey,
like
a Grammy is a Grammy.
Grammy
is a Grammy.
If it walk like a duck, if it look like a duck, if it talk like a duck,
Feel
it's
me?
a duck.
That's dope though, for real, bro. That's
Yeah,
dope,
bro.
for real.
Real blessed.
Yeah, no, my bad. I was just about to say something, but I had something pop in my head. That's all you.
I want you to think about this because I thought about this when I was writing this question.
Mhm.
What's your purpose when it comes to making music? Like, what do you want people to get out of your music?
Yeah, I want people to, number one, feel relaxed. I feel like just, especially now, like we it's just a crazy time in this country and world. So I want them to get a sense of just ease, just tranquility. Like I want you to just take a moment and just, really appreciate the music that you're hearing. So that's number one. I want them to be happy, joyful. I want to bring communities together. That's what, and I've noticed it's so crazy because I perform like at lots of places. So I perform in front of old white people, old black people, young people, babies, teenagers, and all of them love when I play covers and stuff like that. So that's one of my biggest goals for this year specifically is making this into a physical, space where people can come together and enjoy the sounds of music. So yeah, just, peace and love and just, good vibes. That's what I'm really going for.
Going back on like that composing aspect, have you ever had the desire or has anyone ever approached you for like composing for like a movie? Because like with movies in reality, especially like a scary movie, what makes the movie scary is the music or the background sounds. And if you look at most of the movies, anywhere from comedy, action, horror, it's a lot of string instruments that are used. And so like, have you ever had the opportunity or have you ever thought about wanting to do anything like that?
Yeah. So when I was in college, I actually scored my first and only film as of now, called Evil for Evil. And it was just a small independent film, but that was my first time, scoring a film and working with the director and all their people to, make, that product come, fully happen. So yeah, it's definitely something that I want to continue to step in and grow into, just like a composer for film and TV and stuff like that. So that's the next step, like, just like the Bridgerton vibes and all kind of, stuff like that. So I would love to, continue with that, but only one time. I've done it once before. So.
Okay. And then going back to just the whole composing aspect, like when you do that, do you want to have like, let's say you want to have a project where it's straight like a composition where it's more like strings, and it's not like a R&B or like hip hop type vibe, and then like like just go back and forth, like how some artists they'll have like a whole rap album and they'll have an R&B album. Like, have you ever thought about doing one of those?
Yeah,
or
absolutely. So that's what my company Torre Strings is really gonna be about. Is we're gonna create our own original music. And we're gonna put it on sheet music so people are able to buy it and play it at for their quartets or their orchestras and stuff like that. So and I do have string music that I've written and performed before. So definitely something I would love to do more. But yeah, that's definitely the goal, is to do like the instrumental, kind of have my orchestra concerts, and then eventually do my artist kind of producer kind of vibe and more kind of like hype stuff. So yeah, kind of literally I want to do everything. So yeah.
So you brought up covers. How difficult is it to like hear something, get the right string or get the right key, whatever? How difficult is it to hear that and then just do it?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing like just playing music for a long time, and specifically playing stuff like I read music, like I can read music, but I also play by ear. So that's just, being able to like hear something and like figure out the notes and kind of match it to what they're saying. So I've been doing it for a long time. So it doesn't take me too long. Like if I just would like to learn a song, it doesn't take me, more than a couple hours. If I, really want to learn it and play it really good, just spend a little time on it, I can get it. But it's not like too hard, I've been playing for like 17 years. So it's honestly just with the practice. So
yeah, that makes sense. Because I was thinking too, like cover wise, do you ever like, do you know right away, like you'll hear a song for like the first time, like one of my favorite covers that you've done is Snooze. Like that, really, like I felt like I heard SZA, not the strings. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that cold where it was just like. So do you like the first time you heard Snooze, you was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go cover this. Is that typically how it goes?
Absolutely. It's like I pretty much only cover songs that I love to hear, love to play. And that's one of the things I challenge myself with is when I'm doing covers, like I want to literally match all the things I'm doing to how the artist is actually singing it. So it's like, oh wow, I feel like I'm actually hearing, SZA sing Snooze. Like so that's what I've been trying to do. Yeah. So it's fun for me. I really do like doing covers. And it is like it's almost like a challenge to me, like, learning some runs and stuff that these singers be doing, so it's fun. It's a learning experience for sure.
Yeah, because every time I describe like you to someone, or like, oh yeah, my boy do this, he do that, they have an understanding, and then like, I'm like, hold on, let me show you. Like today I was at the barbershop, I showed my barber, he said, oh wait, he said they not singing, and I was like, no bro, I was like, that's all strings.
Right.
Yeah, no, you be doing that for real.
Appreciate it, bro. The one I just did not too long ago, 2 months ago or a month ago, the Bad Biddy, I did a Bad Biddy cover.
That was cool,
bro. That people still hit me up like about that, like that how much they love it, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was trying to come when you was here doing it live, but I saw all the videos.
Oh, the 414 day?
You had everybody lit at 414 day.
Oh yeah.
And everybody was
that was
like,
cool.
My boy going crazy.
Yeah, no, that was like a surreal moment. Shout out for Milwaukee, man. Like Radaya, she's amazing person, amazing Milwaukee advocate. So shout out for Milwaukee for having me at 414 day. It was such an amazing time. And it was lit, man. So I definitely had to play Bad Biddy.
Y'all would have thought it was a club in there.
No, they was hitting that. I was like, wait, back up a little bit.
Speaking of, give him more space now. But speaking of like JP, I just want to talk about how like this question for both y'all. Like, why do you think like now Milwaukee music has really started to take off? Because we've had a couple like songs where they've been big, but not as big as Bad Biddy, like going all the way back to like, everybody from Milwaukee know Big Money or Bow.
Right.
Like, but it's just like, do you think it's the social media area with TikTok and everything, or do you think like as a city we're actually like progressing and having our own sound? Or
I definitely think as a city we are having like our sound is literally on top right now, and it's so unique. It's just like the dialect and how we talk. Like I was watching the JP interview, it was like, is this dude from the South or something? Like no, that's how people from Milwaukee like talk. So I think it's really dope. And even like Big Frank, 414 Big Frank, and I don't know, all the the young artists and stuff. Chicken P, I like Chicken P. All those dudes, man, they just been contributing to the sound, and it's really being noticed on like a national level, so I think that's so amazing. And it shows how unique Milwaukee is. So.
Yeah, he spoke on that aspect, but going to the other side, TikTok and social media, that is a big thing that helps promote music too.
Absolutely.
Like even when he dropped that Months Go By, Chris Brown dancing to it, other artists dancing to it. You got Casanat doing it on the stream and stuff like that. So not only is it the sound, the progression of Milwaukee and us supporting the music, but it's really social media that just make people rock it off.
It's just wild to me how social media works. I saw some dudes in like Norway. They was like on a cliff, like one of them cliffs from like Game of Thrones, and they was dancing to Big Frank. I'm like, what y'all know about Big Frank? They was like, Frank Biddy's to the floor right now. I said, oh, y'all know this.
I wish he had it on there.
I think it's the dance too. It's the dances too, like the Milwaukee dances. I'm trying to tell y'all hit a hood, like the whatever. They be doing it all kind of. I be seeing it on TikTok. They be the Milwaukee dances.
And then I want to go back to the reading music aspect. If you could just break that down for us, because like growing up, I was in band and choir. I wasn't like you, and in choir I can sing, but I ain't no usher. Like I'll catch a tune, I ain't tone deaf. Y'all know, y'all hear some other people sing, but like I never really got great at it because I don't know if I tried to read the music or if I just straight couldn't.
Yeah.
Like I would just look at it and it just like it looked like I was reading ancient Greek. Like you know what I'm saying? So if you could just break down reading music for us.
Yeah,
you know?
Music is, I feel like it's literally a language because you can have a whole bunch of notes on the page and all kind of symbols and stuff. You have to be able to like understand what it means, and a lot of times the words, like they put words under the stuff. It's in different languages and stuff. So, but yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if I should give you like a whole, lesson on how to. Right, a quarter note is 1 beat and a half note is 2 beats. But yeah, man, honestly, and to be honest, I wasn't really good at reading music when I first started the cello. Like, I would literally have to like write all the notes in, like A, B. It's like I would literally write the notes in, and then I would play it, like listen to it, and then just mimic it. And I was really good at that. So that's why I'm able to like do covers so well, is because back in the day when I first started learning, that's the only way I could like really play it, because I couldn't really read the music. But honestly, in high school, I took AP Music Theory, and that really, I mean, it was kind of hard, but that did help me, really finally understand, like, oh, that's how it kind of breaks down, and that's how this chord works with that chord, and this is a part of this scale and all kind of stuff. So it's a lot that goes into it.
So like before that class, would you say you was pretty much like Devin Miles, like off drumline, like
no, that's not, honestly, bro. I was
just play it by ear.
Yeah. I was struggling, but we got it together now. So because I play all kind of music, so definitely have to be able to like be on your cues, cues and P's and Q's. So yeah, so it's been a journey for sure.
And then when you listen to music, either if it's like a colleague, like someone you worked with, or just like a big global artist, do you like break it down like a coach watches film? Like I guess the way I'm asking is like me, like I listen to music, I feel like differently than other people because I have like a semi-musical background, not as much as you, but I'll hear like certain things in the beat. Like I was explaining like a crescendo to one of my friends. He was like, bro, what are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you know, right? So, like, when you listen to music, do you break it down like that? Like, do you, like, look for little pockets like, oh, like, right here, the beat switched to this, or they started flowing like this, or they sang this note? Like, do you break it down like that?
Yeah, well, sometimes I do. Most times, no. But if I'm trying to understand why I like this song so much, then I'm going to, like, really dissect instrument by instrument. Oh, like, the hi-hat kind of stutters right there, and it's giving that feel like, just like a good groove, or like, oh wow, the synth they use, like it's not as harsh, like it's kind of rounder, like it's not as like sharp, so those are just like when I was saying about like the textures and the colors and stuff. That's what I kind of start to look for, like when I really enjoy a song and want to know how, why am I loving it so much, I'll start to break it down like that. Yeah, but if I'm just just chilling and listening to music, then it's mainly feel, rather than just breaking everything down. As long as it flows cohesively, then I can rock with it. So yeah.
You want to ask him if he remember the story?
Oh yeah, I had another question, but so like you remember we was all part of the program back in the day,
Yeah.
You remember we was at that Boys and Girls Club, and I remember everybody was cutting up but me. It was y'all, and then one of the girls that was always with us. Everybody was cutting up, and I me growing up, I was definitely cutting up, but that day I wasn't doing nothing. I was pure silent, and then like I guess whoever was in charge of it, she just had enough that day. She shut it down, and she like came up to me. She put me in this little dark room by myself. And all of y'all was like, he ain't even do nothing.
You remember this?
Wait, okay, time out.
Don't say no names. Don't say no names.
I won't say no names. What club? Okay,
so like high school, yeah, like BMO. Like when we used to meet, like was it like once a month?
Yeah. Oh, you just unlocked a memory, bro. Yes. Oh my goodness.
That was, bro. Every time, bro.
You were there. That's crazy. I'm like, bro, because I know.
Bro, he got Grammys. He don't remember faces no more.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
I'm actually weak. Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm with you. That's
we just had to bring that up.
that's so funny.
That's crazy.
Like the moment I told him, I was like, I'm trying to get Malik on the pod, and he was like, "You think he remember when that happened?" I was like, "We might have to unlock."
Yeah.
those
You
layers,
definitely
but-
unlocked it. Dang. That's
That
crazy.
was crazy. I remember I came back. I told my dad. He said, "She put you in a dark room." I said, "Yes, bro." I said, "This time our real life ain't do nothing. Y'all
That's
was real
great.
life.
Yeah,
Y'all was
yeah,
Johnny Carter
yeah.
for me." They was like, "CJ did nothing," and she was like, "I don't care."
And it's crazy because one of the main reasons I remember because I got my phone took in that time.
Mm.
He let me use his phone so I could Snapchat my girl at the time.
Uh-huh.
I'm just taking
Dang.
pictures. She looking at me. She ain't saying nothing. He not doing nothing. He on the computer. I think he said something. She's like, CJ.
Like I might have laughed when because y'all was cutting up like more than
That's
like how I
amazing.
used to cut up.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
I really laughed because it might have been you. You said something because
Yeah.
we was flaming back in the day. It might have
Yeah.
been a little James Brown joke. Watch yourself, and then I just started dying.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
yeah.
Wait, did y'all go to the same school? I'm just curious.
No, we like our parents were like friends like right around the time we
Okay.
was born,
Yeah.
and like we've been friends since we was like what 3, 2.
Yeah, we
Okay.
knew each other like 22 years, bro.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
what's
I know
up,
you
bro.
for like what, like 15 years?
Yeah, it's
Something
been a
like that?
minute, bro.
That's
Yeah.
still a long time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like too. Like I realized, like he was talking about you 25. It's like another thing. I know I keep going back to social media, but I feel like social media in today's day and age is kind of like social media is a good thing because it
Mhm.
gives people exposure and everything. But at the same time, of like certain people our age, they feel like they're not doing enough
Yeah.
because of social media.
Yeah.
Because like you've accomplished all these things by 25. We've done other things by 25. Everybody's on their own
Mhm.
path, But I just feel
Trajectory
like
and everything.
that whole social media aspect, because there's some people who live life lit on social media, and
Right.
you catch them in real life, and you're like,
Right.
what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Versus like the opposite. So I
Mhm.
think like, yeah, it's just wild, like us knowing each other for that long of a time, and then being able to come back here, and it's still like, it's like we was just like hanging out yesterday.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right.
so it's just, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I had another music question for you, man. My brain just be going
No,
everywhere.
you're good. Yeah,
But
we was reminiscing, man.
I know you got something. I'll probably.
I mean, I just had a few more like I ain't gonna say fun questions, but
Mhm.
just some
Yeah.
miscellaneous questions.
Mhm.
Top 5 rappers.
Top 5 rappers. All right, boom. Let's go. Top 5 rappers. See. All right. Who do I got? All right. I got Drake at number 5. Number 5. I gotta put Drake in there. Sorry.
Dog is
Yeah, Drake number 5. Rappers.
Wait. Before we keep going, let me ask you.
Me
What's,
personally.
no, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
What?
So when you saying top 5 rappers, what's your criteria? Like, is it just like who you like the most, or like
who I like the most? Who's like been like just around for the longest? Like who's been on top of the charts? Like
next then. I want to be the next one then.
You
Yeah.
got bro plugged right now.
yeah, no, I'm weak. Top 5. So are we talking about like right now or of all time?
Just yo, I don't know how you. I'm saying to me, it just mean like right now,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
mine is kind of the same, kind of interchangeable. Just like
Yeah.
top 5, like as of today, June 11th, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? Is that kind of what you was going for?
Yeah, I mean you could do it however you want to, but just
Yeah.
make sure you explain what you did.
Yeah. All right. I
Because
got
from your my bad, I ain't trying to keep cutting you
no,
off.
no, yeah, please.
But from
please.
your
You-
first 2 bullet points, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You got my boy pressed with Drake.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay. Dang. Okay. Jeez, man. This is I haven't really listened to a rap in a minute, but Drake, Kendrick. Oh, I gotta throw Cole in there. I love Cole. I'm
You feel
sorry,
me?
Cole. Cole's probably I honestly used to be the biggest Cole fan. I kind of chilled out
Mhm.
a little bit, but he at a time was 1 or 2.
You ever been to Dreamville Fest?
No, never. Have you?
I went last year.
Really? How was
Yeah.
it? Was that
It was
during the
dope.
tornado? Wasn't it? Was that the rescheduled one? Because I remember something.
No,
happened.
no, it wasn't rescheduled,
Okay.
but they didn't have it from like 2020, 2021
Oh, yeah.
because of the pandemic.
Right,
but
right. That's fire though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cole, Kendrick, Drake. I'm trying to think like me specifically. Growing up, like an older. Honestly, I can't say it now.
No, you can't do that. You can't. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna say it because it's not true. It's not true. So, Saba. I love Saba from Chicago. Fire. Who else? Let me think. I'm thinking of the coasts. Chicago, New York. I did have a Joey badass phase, pro era, but not so much anymore. I don't know. Maybe Wayne. I'll go Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, Wayne. So
I know you want to touch on that Drake thing, so I know that I got your buttons in the Twitch. But I got a couple questions too, since you just brought up Coast. One of my friends asked me the other day. They was like, they was like East Coast or West Coast, like all time, like full body of work. And I was like, in all honesty, you're not gonna like my answer because y'all know me. I like to think outside the box. And I said neither. And he was like, what? And I said, I'm taking the dirty South.
Yeah, I was about to say Atlanta, Houston.
Because you got everywhere, like the South as a whole. You add Atlanta, Houston, Memphis, Louisiana.
Right,
you have the older artists. Like, granted, they don't go far back as like East and West, but like it's like that whole sound that rap sounds like right now. That's because of the South, and like you have the artists from like late '90s, early 2000s, all the way up to right now. Yeah. So I was just wondering what y'all think, like East versus West, or you got like out of box answer, like dirty South, or even the Midwest, kind of taking off a little bit with Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, like, honestly, especially with the culture, you know, like rap to where it is today and stuff. Definitely the South got it. But yeah, shout out to all the Midwest artists. It's a lot of legends, you know, from the Midwest. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one, but I don't. West Coast, you know, it's a specific sound. That's, you know, if you from there, you get it. But growing up, I probably resonated a little more with like the East Coast vibes, like what I was just saying with like Joey. Pro era, ASAP, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
No, for sure. I remember we had spoke about this a little bit. A lot of influence comes from the South.
Yeah,
like a lot of influence.
Absolutely.
A lot of influence. I'm not going to touch on the Drake thing, but since that was R&B, just R&B, 5 R&B artists.
5 R&B artists.
Yeah.
All right. Right now.
However you want to. It can be right now, all time
all right.
together.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go. I don't know if y'all know, but his name's Joe. He's they say this is a big rich town.
Yeah,
that's Joe. So Joe's fire. Another R&B. I got Usher. Usher's goated. Jeez. It's a lot. I like a lot of SZA. I had a big Kehlani phase. But
I feel like we all did around like junior, senior year of high school up until like freshman, sophomore year of college.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Kyrie.
Man, come on.
That's
my boy Kyrie.
OVO camp over there doing, you know, everybody bogus.
Damage control.
Right. But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like it's just all over the place. Who else? I'm blanking. I'm super blanking, but
no, it's all good. Yeah. I got a question for both of y'all too. Like, since we were just talking about the rap and everything, like for both of y'all, would you like rap wise, when you listen to a rap song, do you want your rap song, do you listen to it because of the beat, or do you listen to it because of the lyricism or the flow? Because like me, I'm in between like both. Like I'm a really big beat guy. Like I like the trap beats, I like the conductor type beats, I like the Alchemist beats, I like your beats. But like at the end of the day, I feel like for the most part, it's the beat that catches me. That's why even like I ain't gonna lie, I be jamming the Sexy Red a little bit because it's the beat. It's the beat. So like when y'all listen to rap, like primarily rap, do you look for the beat or do you look for the lyricism?
I mean,
go ahead. I started last time.
I feel like it depends on who the artist is for me. Like if it's somebody I know can rap, it's like, okay, I know you for this, so this is what I expect. But if it's somebody like a Sexy Red and you just want to get lit and you just feeling that, it all depends on who the artist is for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. It just depends because, you know, with the artist, you know what you like to expect most of the times, unless they coming out of like left field with something crazy. But I personally, as a producer, listen for the beat. You know, if the beat isn't like really, you know, catchy or, you know, if it's just too busy or if it's just, just not hitting, then I'm probably not gonna like the song for real. But yeah, I definitely believe that, producers definitely should get more credit in their process of, making a song, because without the beat, there is no song. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I could be wrong, but like growing up, when I really started tapping into rap, I realized I didn't really see that many like producer-led albums besides like DJ Khaled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it would be like a whole producer's album, and then like it's DJ Khaled featuring Future, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and then now you got like Metro doing it, other people are doing it. So I think like, I don't know if that's always been a thing and I just didn't pay attention, or if it's more like it's catching stream now. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know either, but I know, people in other genres like, DJs like Calvin Harris and all of them, they same
Marshmello.
Right, exactly. Same kind of vibe. So yeah.
And I just got one little thing. It was a segment I came up while I was driving here. We're gonna start doing it every time we got an artist on here. So it's called Bar for Bar. I'm gonna give you a bar from one of your songs. And that's it. Yep. Got it. I'm gonna give you like a line from one of your songs, and I want you to tell me what song it is if you do know, because you could be like Lil Wayne, so like you could be like Lil Wayne. So I'm gonna give you something from one of your songs. All right. Then I'm gonna just have you tell me what song it is and the meaning behind that bar, or if the bar is true.
All right. I like this.
All right. Okay, so first bar, right? Okay. I'm about to go to Tanzania. Caught my dad a chain.
Yeah, that's Somewhere Out of Space. Yeah. From Georgia. Yeah. Pretty sure that was Somewhere Out of Space. I literally got back from Tanzania and I got my dad a chain. Like it was with Maasai Warrior on it. Okay. So it was a shout out my dad, man. That was just basically I literally got my dad a chain. It was like a wooden.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
Yeah, but I caught my dad a chain, shout out my dad, man.
I just had to throw that on there because that's my favorite song by him. I tell him that all the time. Like Somewhere Out of Space, that song is a bop. Like I go bar for bar for it. Like we at a concert, you be going, I be on your face like they be like.
I appreciate you,
song, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. That's hilarious. Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs too. Yeah, that was my college days too. Hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, I got two more for you.
Got it.
That one I had off the dome.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm telling you, bro. I be
my dog.
All right.
I know for sure. He really be hyping you up. Like
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
And it's genuine like love. It's not even glazing. Like I be telling everybody, I'm like, y'all understand, like he doing a different type of sound. And it's like you know how sometimes like everybody, especially in Milwaukee, everybody knows somebody that rap. But everybody don't always know somebody that rap. You know what I'm saying? Or make music. I shouldn't even say rap. That's disrespectful to you. Make music. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, I really like anybody that like music at all. Like when we started the pod, I was like, I'm gonna have my boy on there. Like, oh, what type of music he make? Like I said, I explained it. Like, oh, really? I send them the EPs. I'm like, y'all check it out. Send the coverage. Like, oh yeah, like that's what's up, he do that for real. Yeah. Like, so my next one,
appreciate you.
Yeah, anytime. My next one. You want me to just do one line? You want me to do two, or your music like that? Or
I'm gonna try to do one line. Let's see.
Okay. Each time I try to escape, I pray to God not to let me fail and to take my doubts away.
What?
Let me find out.
Oh, wait, say that one more time.
bro, got a ghostwriter.
Let me find out.
Each time.
Oh my God.
Whoa, is this all? Hold on, say that again. Okay. Each time
let me find out.
Is it Ghost? Is it Ghost?
It is not Ghost. I'll give
one
more time. I'll read it back for you. I'll read it back. Each time I try to escape, I pray to God not to let me fail and to take my doubts away.
Dude,
I could give you a project. I will say it's a long, like we was like freshmen in college when this happened. So about 5 years ago, almost 6, 7. Oh wow, we're old.
Dude, I mean it's facts, shout out my God, man. But
amen.
I have no clue.
I'll give you the EP
Okay,
and then you
okay,
can
all right,
that's
give me the
studio.
EP. Okay.
Studio 204.
Give me the line one more time. Let's see. Each time I something. Each time
I was just listening to this
For real?
yesterday too. But you know, sometimes
Is it the plan?
Ooh, close.
I'm terrible, man.
These days.
These days. What?
He said, I forgot I even made that song.
That's crazy. Shout out These Days, man.
Shout out these days.
That's dang, I can't believe I can't remember that. Yeah, I don't even know how I started. Don't call my phone because I probably won't be there. That's funny. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, I got one more,
One for
and
two.
it's a newer one. So if you don't get this, we might have to dig up some reference tracks. Oh no! Oh no!
I'm weak.
Okay,
All right, let's get it. I got it.
Taking off. Never sleep. My mind is taking off.
off. Never sleep my mind. Soul Ties.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
See,
yeah. Oh, okay.
Ghostwriter allegations are beaten.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah. Soul Ties. That's one of my favorite songs. Just basically, just fighting. Sometimes, I fight with myself, and I try to be a better person, and I don't want to, stick to the things that kind of hold me down and stuff. So, Soul Ties is just basically just me saying, forget what everybody else is saying. Like I'm gonna do my own thing and follow where God wants me to go. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the song. So
That's dope.
So yeah, unless Kel got anything else to say before we wrap it up, is there anything you want to promote you got going on? A single dropping soon, an EP, maybe a show here or Chicago, because we got artists and people that listen like in Chicago all the way to like Florida, everything, Milwaukee area. So if you got anything going on, let the people know.
Yeah, I would just say you guys can tap in with me on all social media at 99theProducer, 99theProducer. I have, for all my people in Milwaukee, I'm partnering with the Betty Bryn Museum for their summer solstice event, and it's basically they do it every third Thursday of each month, but it's just basically a day where they invite everybody who wants to come into the museums for free from I think it's 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we're just basically highlighting things that are good for your soul. So I'm playing my cello because it's it's good for my soul, and I want to share it with other people. So bring your little kids, bring your little ones, bring your friends, your girlfriend, your mom, your granny. That's on June 20th. It's really early though. I'm playing at like 10 a.m. So yeah, slide.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, thank
chopping
you.
it up with us,
Appreciate it.
man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Honored to
Go
have
way
you as a
back.
first
Shout
guest.
out CFFC coming
Shout
in
out
TV.
But thank you.
I'm so weak.
To the depths of his brain today. He's like, what?
Hey, when we told that story, he's like, oh, that was you.
Yeah. I was like, that's right. Yeah.
We appreciate y'all for listening. Again, thank you, 99, for coming out. We got a lot of stuff coming your way. Y'all stay locked in.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yep.